Well, yeah, I mean, you have to expect that. Demons don't want you to heal. They want to censor. They want to bind, rob, and destroy. And I mean, to have that energy in the cards first thing this morning about them wanting to make it look like an accident and a cover up. Well, yeah, that's what they do. That's what they do. And but when I hear you say that people are taking a stand, well, it looks like the tarot community that they hate on, like it is kind of like a hate crime. That's what it is. And I mean, the crimes against humanity is certainly what they're wanting to cover up. And I mean, I can understand that. I mean, you got to think every 100 years, that's where the book burning energy comes from. Every 100 years since the fall of Rome, they do this transfer of wealth. And they do. They want to keep that a secret. I mean, just think WW2. They put the people that own Hollywood, they put them in gas chambers, and it's what it is. And there was an INFJ responsible for that, so they say. So they say, but we can't believe anything in the news. It's just what it is. So you take the opposite approach. If you know that Hitler tried to win the war with angels, but he wasn't for the highest good. Okay, cool. So then you're either for the highest good of all, or you're just for yourself. It's a narcissistic thing. However, when they control the narrative, can we believe anything that these people say? We now know that they have controlled the narrative since the very beginning. So it's just what it is. However, to hear that energy in the cards, weapons will form, but they won't prosper. And it's what it is. And I totally agree. When you say you would be surprised at what these broken vessels are carrying around, it's obviously not light. It's darkness. It's usually a Bob with a Susie talking out of them. It's what it is. I mean, you got to keep in mind. And I want to be wrong. I mean, I know that Jay-Z Knight channeling Ramtha, she did. She caused a lot of students karma. But it is. It's all about the money. They're doing it all for the money. However, keep in mind, you already said it, is they want to make the creator disappear so that it looks like an accident, but yet no one can do what I do. You feel that energy? Oh, welcome to the campfire. That's what it is. It's Reiki. It's love's intent to help or heal. Number one, they don't have any love. I'm telling you, they're sinners. It's going to be the church. I can tell you that already. If they're going to try to demonize something and judge something, well, then cool. They can judge the land of the immortals in Japan. Oh, and they will. They'll be racist right off the bat. Oh, no, this is from Japan? Oh, no, we can't have that in America. Let's do an energy read, shall we? Sweet. Things are tough all over, man. Most of them are high as fuck. They don't want to heal anyway, man. It's just they're more worried about the money. They're more worried about the money. And fuck yeah, he's talking about chump change. Okay, great. So when you talk about book burning, that's the same thing. Now, Tezcatlipoca, yeah, man, that was human sacrifice and whatnot. However, Pisces ancestors getting involved. So it is. I can't do anything about that. I can't do anything about that. But when you say that these people hide behind a mask or an animation, because if you really saw what they looked like on the back end from serving that entity that's inside of them, it's called Reiki for entity removal for a reason. Now, I don't know why they would want to demonize the ability to. Reiki's like a blood transfusion for your energy. That's what it is. That's why I never gave the key to breathing in the white light, doing pranic exercises while you're getting a free show, something of service. That's what it is. And I mean, you're absolutely right. There's too many readers out there now that are talking about they don't want to see you shine your light. They don't want to see the fire from the healing. They don't want to see any of that. No. They want to mask you up, lock you down. That's what it is. And that's the truth that's being spoken that has them all under wraps. There's a huge land grab going on with the rich guys. Okay, well, don't we have a list of rich people that they weren't expecting that, right? But to hear readers say that they want to censor healing, they want to censor. Okay, cool. So you're going to censor all the Reiki masters? It's what it is. They're not going to stand for that. That's what it is. And you got 49 other countries where there's only one, where there's a land grab and a list that kind of just disappeared. It's total crimes against humanity. It's absolutely, and they want to keep you in the dark. If you're shining your light, which is information, which is healing, right? Absolutely. Then you're going to let demons win. And that's what it is, because that's the one thing that the American government is known for. First they resist it. Oh, it's the devil, right? Then they sue it. Then they regulate it. And then they adopt it as if it was their own. And I already know that. I also know, I saw a beautiful Gandhi quote earlier, something about not allowing people to walk through your mind with dirty feet. And the sun is kind of living in people's heads rent free. Positive and demonic as fuck. It's just what it is. I can't do anything about that. It's what it is. And what they put out has went back on them, and you have too many readers that are now talking about, and they do. They're, oh, it was just an accident. We didn't mean to go up against the divine. Oh, no. We're going to make things look like an accident. We're going to burn the books. We're going to just cover it up. Cool. Then now you're talking about JFK conspiracy on a God level. I can't do anything about that. I can't do anything about that. It's obviously not going to work out for them, and they know that. So, but they're still trying. They're still trying to go against the divine. And keep in mind, only demons rebel against the divine. That's why they're in, and that's why they control everything. It's just what it is. God got us all that is. Angels, archangels, ascended masters, the divine white light has to be a clear and infinite channel for your wisdom at this time for myself, as well as those I do readings for. Namaste. Because see, that is the fear. And any of you, it's your birthright. Reiki is humanity's birthright. So I just really don't care about other people's love, other people's light, other people's health, other people's wealth, other people's abundance. That's what it is, because the devil can't rob an empty house. So the more that we gather in, the more we have to expect the devil to come and rob the house. And many people took the bait, and now they're like, oh no, and groups. And that was the energy last night that I was kind of giggling because they went at nighttime to do a ritual to send the fallen angel, to send the earth angel, the star seed. The person that volunteered, I'm one of Doris Cannon's 3 waves of volunteers. I do QHHT. That's what it is. It unlocked me, and that's what it is. Now we're unlocking doors. Hey, look at this. A new door. La, la, la. Right. Things that are accepted everywhere except the land of heart disease and cholesterol and fast food. That's what it is. I'm guilty of this shit, too. I live here. That's what it is. Are we changing things up? Well, I'm certainly shining my light, aren't I? Anyway, you got to think, when I heard that last night, that was the key that we needed. A group went into a cemetery trying to return an earth angel back to source. Well, fuck, they did. They just solidified, they fortified my connection. That's what it is. I'd already put in the work to start the process. And then every time they attacked, it's like pushing a beach ball down. They were bringing tension to the ascension process. So while they're slow down, silly. So while they're bringing tension to the ascension process, well, when you let go of the beach ball underwater, a diamond pops up. Bleep. That's what it is. And you got to keep in mind, if they're looking for every way to cover up what they have done, then they have done something that they have to cover up. Thank you for the beautiful 5-star reviews. That's what it is. They're trying to get 10 steps ahead of what? Stealing? Okay, great. So then how's that even going to work? Enough people know now that when they see it, if something were to happen, which isn't, I send that energy back tenfold. I can't do anything about that. What they put out goes back on them, and then they want to blame. Oh, God, look what he's doing to us. No. What they put out is going back on them and got a whole lot of people involved. Right. However, when I heard her say that last night, that they did a ritual around Halloween, well, yeah. So they went to the cemetery at night to do their graveyard ritual in a group. I went during the daytime by myself so they could see the angels standing by him. You better face these angels before you go playing around. That's what it is. And if people are being haunted and shit, okay, great. Find a practitioner that'll work with you. I can't do anything about that. I can't take on their karma, and they're mad about that. I can't do anything about that. Karmic lessons are meant to be learned. Are they getting karma? Okay, cool. Then they're getting their lessons. Can't do anything about that. Are they going to continue to try? Yes, that's what demons do. They rebel against the divine. Ask them. And there's too many readers that are already, whatever's inside of them isn't spirit, it's an entity. Well, yeah, we already said that. And there is so much information out there about how narcissists carry around an entity. That's what it is. You have to remove that entity. That's why it's called a disorder. Confirmation, what it is. Left brain, right brain, subconscious mind. Let's see what's happening. And it's what it is. I just posted on Facebook. I was like, you know what? Because every time I hear a reader say they did death magic on the Archangel, well, that's what I put it on Facebook. You know what? I'll be taking some time off to recover from death magic while you guys are observing another natural disaster. And it's what it is. I went and meditated for like 30 minutes, recovered nicely. It's just what it is. Came to do a reading. Doesn't mean you're not going to get a natural disaster out of the thing, because the readers have already clarified that too. Cards in the upright, no, can all flip it around. That's what it is. They're going against God. They're abusing their power against the divine. So the divine is exercising the power on them. Oh, and they're worried. That's the focus. That is the main thing right now, is people are worried. This is the worry knot. It is upside down. Look at that. People are worried. Top row is the 5D moving down through time and space into the 3D. It's the trickle down, as above, so below. Everything to the left is past energies. Everything going forward is future possibilities. Uh-oh. Unhealthy practices of a spiritual nature in the past have led to, no love. They try to play with love. That's what it is, especially Reiki. That's love's intent to help her heal. And that's generally what's going to bring out the monster in these people. The church attracts sinners. That's the only reason. The shepherd casts out demons with the Holy Ghost. Cool. Reiki. Ray. Universal. Key. Life force energy. Ki. Life force energy. Cool. So ki, prana, pranayama, kundalini, chi, tai chi, qigong, the qi, ki in qigong, however you want to pronounce it. Doesn't matter what country you come from. You get to America, it's the Holy Ghost. Yes, the new kids on the block. Oh. It's the Holy Ghost. It's the same thing. Each one of those words mean ki, universal life force energy. Now, Reiki's in my birth chart. So if they were attacking the low key to universal life force energy, then chances are the universe is going to react accordingly. Sorry, that's what it is. I can't do anything about that. Didn't we tell them to stop? Thank you for that. I appreciate that. That's what it is. Yeah, then they're not going to change. The spirit is not changing their mind about this. It's what it is. What is done is done. I can't do anything about that. My concern, well, if Pisces sun is a water sign and Leo rising Saturn is the boss of the fire signs, 8th house karma. That's what it is. My house of death, I do QHHT sessions. I get a 5-star review after you wake up from the death experience. What is the opposition? The people that are trying to stop that. They're trying to put the light out. That's what it is. Right? We don't even have to remove that negative energy. Spirit is doing it for us with natural disasters and shit. I can't do anything about that. When these readers told you last year that natural disasters were happening because these people wouldn't stop, and then these people are allowed to continue, it's only because they want destruction. They want natural disasters. So they're trying to take. Yeah, that's what it is. Our prayers have been answered. Do. That's what it is. Can't do anything about that. They don't want what truth coming out? That they've been causing natural disasters because that's what a death cult does? Cool. Tell that to the justice system. You morons. We achieve success because of it. That's what it is. If you've got a weaponized justice system that's going to take the side of people that wanted destruction over money, holy shit. And will, and you can buy them off. I'm not saying that you can't buy. Ask Donald Trump. And that's what it is. If I know that they were using black magic on the justice system, I do remember saying that once before, right? You can't tell me that Hollywood doesn't think you're stupid. They televised Johnny Depp and Amber Heard. I wonder what Amber Heard. That's what it is. And they were all laughing and giggling. It was televised like y'all were a bunch of half-wit morons. And it's what it is. And I say that with the utmost respect. If you're left or right-handed and you fall into a false, idle, moronic shit, then you're a half-wit moron. Masculine's in the upright. That's what it is. Can't do anything about that. Do we need a card on the end? No. Cool. We'll save it for the end. Underneath these unhealthy spiritual practices of the past. Looks like a Reiki attunement came in. Initiating into something like love's frequency of intent to help or heal, or universal life force energy. That's what it is. It's been around 2,500 years. If you don't think they're trying to block healing because they want to profit off the death of their people, you have lost your little angelic mind. That's what demons do. Here's my card. That's what it is. Higher consciousness. You either have it or you don't. Underneath, no love. They have no love. You play with these people's money, and it's something good, well, then they're going to try to take you out for profit. They're going to try to profit off the death of the prophet. They profit off the death of people. Simple enough. Ask them. They'll tell you. They'll tell you right in a court of law. That's what it is. They're not going to change their mind, and families in the upright are stepping up into the situation. That's what it is. I can't do anything about that. We don't even have to remove that negative energy. Just show compassion. That's what it is. When a reader says every time they attack a God shield, when no weapon formed against us shall prosper, and that shit bounces back and causes man-made natural disasters, then cool, that shit was done in groups, gaggles, hives, herds of demons that are now chasing their tails, stomping their hooves, banging their horns on the wall over money. That's what it is. Our prayers have been answered because all of this shit was over greed and money. Right? They love the idea. They want to profit off of it. What is the problem? It can only be used for positive healing purposes. That's why it won't work for them. There's nothing positive or healing about these people. That's what it is. They can charge you. And put you through the class. The narcissist can absolutely pull the empaths in. And I knew that. I knew that that's what they would want to do. They would want to do everything they could to attack so they could take the idea, because they don't do anything positive or healing. Except fucking greed, envy, jealousy. That's what it is. And their emotions are now all upside down. Their biggest fear was the light rising into what? Healing power? Okay, great. So they're trying to affect your love, trying to affect your sex life, trying to affect your healing, trying to affect your ascension. Cool. So then what does that happen? Going back on them tenfold, complete. They're completely affected in all aspects of love, light, health, wealth, and abundance. I can't do anything about it. And want to blame somebody other than themselves. They're playing the victim. Look at that. Earth angels in the upright. Did they use voodoo? Did anyone even care about them trying to stop the crown activation using voodoo? That shit hurt. I got headaches out of that. What did we do? We learned how to defend ourselves, how to increase our spiritual protection. What did it do? It increased the rate of going back on them, I guess. I don't know. No one's told me anything. There's been no communication. It's just what it is. What are they going to say? Sorry, Earth Angel, we couldn't sacrifice you. So sorry, we're still trying to find ways to make it look like an accident. That energy is all in the cards to going out to thousands of people, Earth Angel. This is what it is. We're still going to try to stop it, even though we know that we can't. Sweet ego deaths. They got no love. They either have higher consciousness or they don't. And either way, there's an ego death happening out of the situation. And that's what it is. When I hear the readers saying that it's fire signs that have such a problem because of the fire that's in their souls without any water, well, that's the difference. I'm the fire and the water sign, ascending, like steam, like a steam engine. That's what it is. Show some gratitude. That's what it is. I mean, when you hear this shit about fucking the Earth Angel has overcame things that no other human could possibly overcome. Well, yeah, thank you, Reiki. Thank you, God's intent. Thank you, God Force energy of love's intent to help her heal. Appreciate that. Universal Life Force energy. And now they have attacked it because they're a death cult and they're wondering why it is affecting the life force energy of the universe. Yeah, that's what it is. Nothing there is lack of faith. So it is. All it takes is a mustard seed, right? And when you've got hitman energy in the cards again, that's what it is. They don't want to suffer the embarrassment. Same reason the island list just kind of disappeared. They don't want to suffer the embarrassment. Oh no, we can't do that. We can't tell the truth. We're gonna fight about it. Switch it over money and prayer. The power of prayer in the upright with wealth in the upright. Oh, they're fighting over that. That's what it is. That's what it is. When you, and that's what they do. They demonize it. Judge not, lest ye be judged. Okay, great. So then they're going to demonize something that they don't understand, something that they can't tap into because they're negative. They're negative people. What's the problem with that? I'm a negative feminine mutable. If I can tap into it and do something positive, oh, that's jumper cables. Oh, let there be light. That's what it is. Spirit's on the case. So it is. We're going to have to step. That's why people, when I hear readers talking about people are being haunted and paranormal activity and all that, okay, that's why they're mad. That's why it's fueling more aggravation, more da-da-da-da-da. Pisces ancestors, okay, cool. Their Bible told them during the end times the dead would rise. How did they expect that to happen? Thank you for that. So it is. Masculines are in the upright. So the earth angel's in the upright. Yeah, and it's an upside down energy exchange. They want to steal. The devil cannot rob an empty house. Cool. So either you get together and fight against the devil, or you sit there broken, busted, and disgusted because the devil has robbed your house. Karma. That's what it is. Unhealthy spiritual practices with initiations or attunement to Reiki being in the upright brought things out of harmony and balance, and now we must distance ourselves from the karmics. No second chances. Karmics learn karmic lessons. It's an 8-year cycle. We just have to get over it. It's just what it is. They wanted the Earth Angel to think all of the attacks were all in their head, now spiritually protected. So now as that energy goes back for an 8-year cycle, and they're either forced to heal or sit there and take it, that's what it is. They've lost their power. I can't do anything about that. I can't do anything about people losing their power because they never had any to begin with. Right? How can you possibly compete with the divine light when you don't in groups compare to the divine light? That's what it is. Truth is out. Show some gratitude. Truth is out. That's what it is. And I mean, when you have that energy in the cards of everyone's pointing the finger and passing the blame and, oh God, what have you, because of someone's jealousy of the light. A triggered demon, the light triggered someone's jealousy demon, someone's envy demon, someone's greed demon, one of the 7 deadly sins. We've talked about that over and over again. Cool. So that energy, that's the end of 7. Once again, you've got John Doe, whoever that individual was out there that was full of envy. You've got him out in the desert in the handcuffs with the Earth Angel. The Earth Angel's in the box, and you've got Brad in a pit of despair. Oh, God, no. You got the bad cop. Oh, no, you got Morgan Freeman, the good cop. California, don't come in here. Lake Isabel earthquake's your problem. That's what it is. Intuition's in the upright. You got to think, if we knew that the Great Awakening was the last thing they wanted to happen, that they were going to censor it, put tension on it, to keep you in the dark, why would you expect them to do anything else? Manifestation. Prayers have been answered. Wealth is in the upright. They're fighting mad over it. They're demons chasing their tails, stomping their hooves, banging their horns on the wall, looking for someone to blame other than their little demonic selves. That's what it is. And now what is the 8-year cycle going to be? People looking beside. Let's try it. Look to the right. Look to the left. Are they triggered? Cool. Then what the fuck are you doing soaking in demon energy? They're triggered demons. The light triggered their demons. Look at them. Put your heart into something fucking better. That's what it is. However, demons do. They run in hives of hell. Masculines are in the upright. Earth angels in the upright. The energy exchange is upside down because these people are not masters. That's the thing. They went up against a master. I can't do anything about that. People who've not mastered anything other than being envious, jealousy, greed, gluttony, fucking, it's what it is. Broken, busted, and disgusted individuals wanted to go up against something with 5-star reviews. That's like the fry cook coming in and trying to take over. You know what? We're tired of going through the drive-thru and paying employee discount. We're just going to rob the restaurant. Women who can teach you anything are in the upright. Thank you, Tarot. Earth Angels in the upright. Yeah, it's got women upside down. The predominant females in this situation, the witches are being flipped upside down. The witches of Dipstick have been flipped upside down. Why? Go look up INFJ love. I'll post that meme. It says it very, very clearly. You know, we get disgruntled over the love that we put out not being returned to us. However, when we split, it's an INFJ door slam. And no matter how hard it is for us to pretend that they're fucking dead to me, it's always worse for them, right? So that's what I said. I put in the comments the other day, the idea of a great relationship is fucking, if I'm going to the door, oh, please, God, don't leave me. The trauma kicks in. Oh, God, don't leave me. If I hear that, if I don't hear that, I might come back. INFJs are elusive for a reason. Right? We're highly sensitive people, and people don't give a shit about that. They don't care about our very delicate situation. So when you come in like a yappy fucking chihuahua, which, you know, on a human level, you should fucking know better. You're a bull in our china shop. If you go look up INFJ personality type advice, they will tell you the rarity of the situation that we're in. You're talking about a finely tuned set of scales, a human lie detector that fucking you throw. And we have to put a mask on too. If I called out everybody that couldn't tell the truth when all truths are half truths, fucking, that's what it is. That's what it is. So what is our defense mechanism? We don't tell them we're human lie detectors. I don't want people walking on eggshells and shit. And then when it happens, it's kind of bad for business. Unless they're going through paranormal shit that they can't explain, things that they know I can help them with. But no one can truly be honest with themselves. Let's face it. That was what Sigmund Freud, they went with Sigmund Freud instead of Carl Jung. Same way they went with Benjamin Franklin instead of Nikola Tesla. Why did they go with Freud? He interpreted your dreams when Carl Jung helped you do shadow work to empower yourself. Oh no, we can't have empowered people. We want people interpreting their dreams. We fuck a bunch of living them. We just want them to interpret that shit when they wake up. That's what it is. Sigmund Freud. Why did he beat out Carl Jung? Very simple. He knew that the truth always wins. Love always wins, truth always wins. He got off on making people not be able to truly be honest with themselves. He would ask them questions until they got to the point to where they couldn't fucking be honest with themselves. Hey, I'm not playing this game with you anymore. So he always won. His negotiations, they couldn't be honest. So now you're dealing with a fucking liar. He's fucking psychology. That's what it is. Fucking mental manipulation at its fucking utmost back in the day. Back in the day when shit hadn't evolved to where it has now. Intuition, they looked at you like you were crazy. Right? Why do you think Carl Jung wanted to focus on building people's intuition? No. We can't have that. We can't have people focusing on their strengths and their weaknesses. No. But we're going to take that MBTI and use it as a placement test so we can place them in society. We're not going to empower people in society. Fuck that. No. We're going to place them in society. They nurtured the wrong thing, and now it's backfiring on them horribly. The worst thing you can possibly do in a free speech democracy, right? For where love, liberty, the worst thing you can do when you're supposed to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God, is tell the truth on them. You got a friend in me. That's what it is. They're not. How many times do you think they have covered up shit? All this information about secret societies and dark occult practices and da-da-da-da-da. That's why they assassinated John F. Kennedy. That's what it is. All right. Cool. That's what it is. And INFJs are known for this dumb shit. Ask Abraham Lincoln, INFJ. Ask Martin Luther King, INFJ. Nelson Mandela had a nifty effect for you fuckers, and I'm an Earth Angel, so that's what it is. I'll be bending your reality in ways that you can't even imagine. What they put out goes back on them. Cool. I wonder what kind of energy those groups have been putting out with absolutely no regard for their own safety or anyone else's. It's judgment. It's divine justice. I can't do anything about that. The divine justice portraits that have been in art galleries forever depicting the prophecy of end times have Jesus, have Christ consciousness ascending up into higher dimensions with everyone down below. Oh, what kind of mistakes have we? All the trigger demons down there looking up at the light. Okay, cool. It's the same thing right here. You're looking up at the light, getting information you probably haven't ever seen, fucking light you've never seen before. That's what Cedars of the Garden was about, Dolores Cannon's book. Right? Enlightened beings would come onto the shore where you get your Nephilim and whatever. Enlightened beings would come to the shore with a glowing aura. The natives would worship them as gods instead of empowering themselves, worshiping themselves. Man, you bite hard. Did I ever tell you that? She bites hard. You bite really, really hard. As cute as you are, I gotta go let the dog bite me. Namaste.